Hello YouTube, it's me, Rex again, with a Blu-ray and book haul today. Got my Perrier here. I got three packages last week. One from Nightworms, a horror subscription company, and Kino Lorber from their June Swoon sale, and also the Severin sale that happened, I think, like last 2 weeks ago or so. So I want to share some of the things I got. All right, let's start off with the books. All right, so give me a moment. Oh, let me get to that. Okay, so let's see for the month of July, it was Sweet Revenge. So I got a bookmark. You always get like a little goodie bag, a bunch of little bookmarks, postcards with your stuff, book plates. I think this is like another one of my favorite bookmarks that Night Creep produced right here. The books, there's two this month. I don't know anything about them. The first one is Savage Mountain by John Quick. Love the back right here. A woman screaming. So Amy and her friends just want to do a little whitewater rafting in the Smoky Mountains when her jealous boyfriend decides to try and make their amateur guide look foolish. They end up stranded along the banks of the Pigeon River. While searching for help, they run across a group of men going for the cartels, men who have no intention of letting them escape with their lives. Interesting little plot there. It sounds more like a crime thriller than a horror, but I'm very interested and I'm going to read this soon. Next, the second book, Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. Apparently it's a New York Times notable book. Let's see here. The back. It is Library Journal's best crime fiction of the year. Yeah, it sounds more of a. These are more of a crime inflected novels this month. So, a Black Father, a White Father, Two Dead Sons, A Quest for Revenge, and Redemption. Yeah, this is, according to Walter Mosley, S.A. Cosby reinvents the American crime novel. I love crime stories, I love noir, so this will be an interesting read. Alright, check it out if you like it, or you're interested. Razorblade Tears. Alright, so those are the books. Let's talk about the movies, right? So first up are the June Swoon sales from Kino Lorber that I picked up. So first one, Fernando De Leo's Shoot First, Die Later. Alright. I know Fernando De Leo from Milan Calabro 5. A nice little Italian polizia. This is another polizia. Apparently it's a very never before released worldwide. It comes from Raro Video. Right, check it out here. Open it up. Get a nice little booklet here. I believe you get a Blu-ray, and that's it. You get, but Raro gives you a booklet this time. Interesting. I love the Italian polizia. I've seen Milan Calabro 5. That's the Fernando De Leo film. I feel like that's probably the only one I've seen of that genre. I'm interested in it. I love Italian genre films, from spaghetti westerns to giallo and some sword and sandal flicks. It's always good to try out new genres, I think. So this is going to be interesting. Okay. Next is another Italian crime film, Cry of a Prostitute, starring Henry Silva and Barbara Boucher. Barbara Boucher, who's familiar for Star Trek fans, especially the original series. She's in two very well-known Italian giallo films, Amok with Farley Granger, and also Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling. Two really good giallo films, I have to say. This film, I guess it was really hard to see. It's considered a shocking, one of the most shocking crime films, uncut and uncontrolled from Andrea Bianchi. I mean, I know I've seen this film on YouTube. And the quote unquote shocking part about it is what happens to Barbara Boucher, or what Henry Silva does to Barbara Boucher in sort of during a late night tryst, right? Very, very, very Last Tango in Paris, right? Nothing much in the way of um, features. It's just got a 2017 HD scan from the original negative, the U.S. opening credits, and original trailer. Still, I mean, I've been wanting to get this DVD or Blu-ray from Code Red since it came out. I believe it came out like last year or so. So I'm really excited to finally see a proper transfer of that film. Next, I had to check this out. When I found out they had it, Kino has so many titles. Ulysses, starring Kirk Douglas of like Out of the Past and Spartacus, and Silvana Mangano, who she's sort of an icon of Italian cinema. I've seen her. I believe she was in Bitter Rice, which is out on Criterion Collection. Really cheap. It's a short film, not a short film, but it's not a long film. It's not many features on that release, but such a good film. All right, this one is a quote unquote. See it? A lush adaptation of Homer's grand epic. So Kirk Douglas stars as the hero Ulysses. Anthony Quinn is in it as Antonius, and it's got Harold Ross's cinematography. He did apparently Singing in the Rain. Somewhat bare bones release. Has an audio commentary by Tim Lucas, which I love. Tim Lucas, I love his audio commentaries on Arrow Video Giallo films, and I think anything genre. He's really good. So you guys want to check it out? The sale's over, but I mean, I'm sure you can find this at Amazon or deep discount, or even Kino. All right. All right. Next is Paul Schrader's Blue Collar. This came out a few years ago, and I know Indicator had a limited edition release of this. Now they only have the standard version without the booklet. This is his first directorial outing. He wrote it, of course, but this is his first time he directed. Troubled production, stars Harvey Keitel, Yaphet Kotto, and Richard Pryor. Apparently, Schrader had a nervous breakdown because none of the actors could get along with each other. Richard Pryor apparently would go on these long monologues, and that pissed off Keitel, and a lot of egos. But I just saw this earlier today, and I gotta say it's so good. And it's so prescient now, you know. I mean, this is about Detroit and the I guess it's an auto workers union, and sort of it's comedic. I was surprised at how Schrader could do comedy so well, but he also has that sort of that a light touch that he doesn't always have. You know, his films like First Reformed or Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, very operatic. This is not operatic. It's very very kitchen sink, but also has touches of comedy and also thriller. It was the 70s after all. Just a really good film. Surprised how good this is. Check it out, Blue Collar, okay? And the final one from the June Swoon sale, D.W. Griffith's Intolerance. It's like a 4-hour epic. It was his response to the criticisms he got for his first feature film, Birth of a Nation. So, Birth of a Nation, if you don't know, controversial. It basically trafficked in a lot of racial stereotypes. It basically proselytized the benefits and the the heroic deeds of the KKK, um, and you know that initial film of his, Birth of a Nation, actually reignited the KKK. They were a dying group, and then that movie came out, and it became like a recruiting video. I know Woodrow Wilson apparently would watch it. That was his favorite movie. Anyway, from after drawing a lot of criticism from that, uh, basically D.W. Griffith basically wanted to sort of, I wouldn't say silence critics, but sort of in a way apologize for that film by making Intolerance, which is as I said, a 4-hour film about the cruelty of humanity. It's split. It's like 4 short films made into one, from like ancient Babylon, Judea, medieval Paris, and then modern America. It's interesting. I haven't seen this film. I haven't seen Birth of a Nation. I want to see both. I'll probably go check out this film first, obviously, because I have it now in my collection. This film was an influence to a lot of filmmakers. I think it was also an influence to the Italians. I think there's a film called Cabiria that was influenced by this, or it could have been the other way around. Griffith was influenced by that film. Either way, it is a classic of cinema, and I want to check it out. Alright, now moving from there, Severin. It wasn't on part of the sale, but I had to have this. The Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. Right, this is 6 films, 9 discs, and a book. It is just very beautiful. Okay, I love these Severin box sets. They open from the top up. Right, so as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Blu-ray cases and a booklet in the back. Let me show you. Now, having read some of the reviews, I know there has been some criticism about some of the films. So here's the first film, Castle of Living Dead. I just saw it today. I liked it. It's an interesting film. A lot of these films, I think they're mostly from Italy. They're not any of the Hammer horror films that he did. They're little known gems. Challenge the Devil, which is quite maligned by a lot of reviewers now. It's considered quite boring. Crypt of the Vampire, basically apparently a retelling or inspired by Sheridan Le Fanu's Carmilla. Okay, this one's box set for Carmilla. Let me open up the one for Challenge the Devil. This includes relics from the Crypt, which I guess is a bonus feature disc. All right. Moving on here. Okay. Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace, directed by Terence Fisher. Actually, I was wrong. There is one Hammer horror. Well, maybe it's not from Hammer, but you got Terence Fisher and Christopher Lee. I know Terence Fisher directed Christopher Lee in a Sherlock Holmes film, amongst others. But this Sherlock Holmes film was the Hunt of the Baskervilles, with Peter Cushing playing Holmes, and then Lee playing the heir apparent to the Baskerville estate. So it's going to be interesting to see this. Alright, next, Theater Macabre, which apparently is the series of episodes from an anthology television series. I've not heard a lot of good things about these episodes from reviewers recently. I'll give it a try. I recently purchased and watched the Hammer House of Horror from Imprint, and I love those. Not everything was great, but I thought a large chunk of them were gems. So I'll check that out. All right, and then the last film in the set is The torture chamber of Dr. Sadism. Very, 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 very iroguro, erotic, grotesque. Just can't wait to see those. Christopher Lee, The Continental Connection by Jonathan Rigby. I love Rigby's work. He did a series of books, the Gothic series, like Euro Gothic, American Gothic, British Gothic. He's also, you can always hear his thoughts, because he's interviewed in a lot of the Bava and Hammer and anything horror or Gothic related commentaries and or documentaries. Alright, so that's so I got this t-shirt. I was on clearance for like $5 during the sale. It's of V. If you know this, V is the title of a Russian genre film from the 1960s. I think it's a very seminal Russian genre film, released by Severin on Blu-ray. I didn't know if it was also on 4K, but I saw the film a couple years ago. It's just fascinating, and it's just sumptuous and beautiful. The cinematography is just so beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Bava, the colored films of Bava. Just very rich, deep colors. Even the grays are rich and beautiful and sumptuous. I love that when a horror film can look beautiful and isn't just scary. Alright, and aside from that, the final thing is, I bought the Eurocrypt, the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee, so I had to get the Pseudo Ludo's Severin Hall of Fame Christopher Lee pin. And then it included a bunch of patches. So, let me show you what I get. So this is my haul. And thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again. Good night.